Yo, welcome back YouTube family. It's your boy DONCOOZIE back at you with another hot TikTok reaction video. Today we're gonna react to some strange and bizarre TikTok reactions. I'm talking about the kind that's gonna have you questioning everything. With that said, if you're new to the channel, go ahead, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop some new hot content that you definitely don't want to miss. Let's get right to it.
So you may have heard a Rothschild passed away in a fire, but did you know he passed away on the 333rd day, and there's 33 days remaining in the year? It gets crazier. It also took firefighters 33 minutes to extinguish the fire. Do with that what you will.
Okay guys, it came with a cloth and we wiped off the mold. It all went away. And we've been soaking it overnight, and look how beautiful this is. No more mold, and it smells scrumptious.
Is it me, or would I just not eat that at all, period, even though you cut off the mold? That's disgusting. It still looks disgusting, in my opinion.
Another edition of Thanksgiving Nightmares,
no.
man. I have no idea what's going on. So I got one of those Marie Callender's box sets that comes with all the food that you're supposed to warm up for Thanksgiving, and I went to open up the ham. This is what I got. Is this normal? Like, this is mold, right? I cannot tell if, like, what is that supposed to be? Parsley? Green beans? KFC for life.
Yeah, that's definitely mold.
I'm sorry, I will no longer believe that Stockton Rush and the other 4 billionaires on board of the OceanGate went to the bottom of the ocean floor to go and find Titanic wreckage. If you think they got into this devil trap just to remote control it to the bottom of their demise, you're absolutely not right. Now, welcome back to That's the Same with Aja. I am ready to present my case on where they were actually at, because a lot of people don't know how close they were to the Bermuda Triangle when they imploded. I have put together a map to literally show you that I believe these UFO alien hunters were on their way to the bottom of the ocean to go find one of those UFO alien bases that they just told us was real. Because nothing else makes sense to me. I'm not buying anything else. It has now been a little over a year since the OceanGate implosion, where these people went to the bottom of the ocean for what they told us was to look at some old moldy wreckage. This is the place of that wreckage. As if you can see, it's in the North Atlantic Ocean, right there between like Foundland and all of that over there. Bermuda Triangle is also right there. So if you see there, the Bermuda Triangle, they were literally like over here, not too far away. This is where the Titanic shipwreck is, and if you look all the way down here in this corner, you will come up on the Bermuda Triangle. And in the UFO case, I distinctively remember saying that they were seeing these anomalies follow submarines in the ocean near Puerto Rico and off the coast of over there, which is Baja California, or the Guadalupe Island. They left out the Bermuda Triangle being right there. The Bermuda Triangle is significant in its anomalies and what goes on there. The Devil's Triangle is also in the Atlantic Ocean, and where this wreckage was found, as well as the remainder of the Titan submersible, were just north of the Atlantic Ocean, or north of the Bermuda Triangle. You mean to tell me that this isn't a coincidence and that these people weren't on their way to go find that UFO alien base and wanted to be the first to discover it so that they could be even richer? I am telling you, I 100% don't doubtably believe that OceanGate was trying to be a pioneer in UFO technology. And if you heard in the UFO hearing, they were talking about how they have been trying to reverse engineer this technology so that they can remain on top with equipment, weapons, and everything in between. If you're paying $250,000 a ticket, you're gonna try to get a return on investment. If Elon Musk hasn't showed us anything, is that these people don't do anything for the fuck of it. I'm gonna do a part 2 on this because I need to know. I mean, I've been saying it since the beginning. That's how a lot of you guys met me. But yeah, they were on their way to the Bermuda Triangle. They were just a couple kilometers away. They want to go see them aliens for themselves. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Just pay attention to how much they talking about this alien stuff right now. Is it just like, is it some suspicious, some sinister going on, or is this just what it is? Because think about this. I always say this in the videos. About 4 to 6 years ago, man, you were considered crazy, like real life crazy wacko, or a crackpot to even consider the aliens were real and be talking about aliens out in public, like, you know how everybody talking about it now, especially mainstream. was like unheard of, period. These are crazy times right now, and it's only been, like I say, 4 to 6 years. That is wild. What's really finna happen? 2025 will be a year of man awakening for real.
It's a law actually in Hawaii that you cannot put any trees with fruit on it anywhere, and it just makes you wonder. It just makes you wonder that
What's the law?
You can't put trees with fruit on public lands. Trees with fruit
I didn't know that.
Why?
Why would they
but
have
that's
that?
everywhere. But look over here. Look at all the trees you see. Why isn't there food? Because they rather push stuff like social classes, stuff like the EBT card and these different things. Why is there no food on any of the trees? Just think about it in your head. Take a drive down the road and say, today I'm going to count how many trees I count before I see one tree with food. Will you see one tree with food? You know, and that's what I've been talking about. I mean, I talk about that all the time, and it's to push these things. It's
Not only in Hawaii, there's a lot of states in the United States that are like that too. And there's a reason for that, man. They want to have their own type of plants or no plants. Especially, like they said, fruit. Like you said, fruit trees. What's the benefits of fruit trees? Yes, all the vitamins and, stuff like that you get from the fruit, and the juices in the fruit. Like, think about that. Instead, they want to be able to plant the GMO plants and trees, fruit trees especially. So you know what goes along with that. Basically like seedless fruits and vegetables.
Your experience.
About me fucking reptilian.
I love all that
Fucking
stuff.
mad, mate. It just fucking appeared on this beam of fucking light, man. I swear on my fucking life, I weren't fucking. It don't matter even if I was stoned, you know what I mean? I would fucking smoke a bit of weed. Of course I do. I don't fucking make you see fucking shit like that.
No.
You know what I mean?
I love stuff like that.
And it just appeared, mate, and it fucking stood there and just looked at me. And I fucking nodded to it like that in appreciation, you know what I mean? Like that I could know, saying that I can see you, sort of thing, you know what I mean? And I just fucking stood there, and I took my eyes off it for a fucking split second, because I had my dog on my lead, and I took my eye for a split second to close the door, and it was gone, mate. I run across the road, thinking it was hiding behind the car. And it weren't there. And I got fucking halfway down this fucking pitch black fucking alley, shitbag alley I call it, at the end of the road. It's all lit up now, it's all been done up and everything, it's all lit up now. I got halfway down and I thought, what the fuck am I doing walking down here after seeing that fucking thing, you know what I mean? And then, strangely enough, fucking 6 months later, I had to have my dog put down in the vets. He was fucking 14 years old, you know what I mean? But she said I've never seen anything fucking like it. Like the state of his insides and that. She was like, I've never fucking seen anything like it. She said, I've never seen one as bad as this.
No.
And I was wondering, and thinking to myself, I wonder if there's anything to do with fucking radiation.
That's it.
Yeah.
Whether he fucking got
Beam of light.
close to it or something, or I couldn't see it, but it was like in fucking invisible mode, you know what I mean?
Invisible mode.
They fucking, I'll tell you what, they are fucking so millions of times more advanced than fucking we are, mate. Millions of times. He didn't have no tools on him, no weapons, nothing, you know what I mean? It was like, no clothes, it was just like reptilian skin. And it was lighter and darker in certain patches of it, and it was right, you know what I mean? It was ripped, mate. He was fucking like, you come around and go at me, you can't, I'll smash your minis, like. You know what I mean? That's how fucking buff he was. He was like, come on then, come on, have a go.
I think you're hard enough.
Had his fucking horrible like mouth sort of thing, and I thought,
Fucking hell. Just gonna carry on with my dog walk now.
I can't fucking believe me.
I ain't gonna lie, I believe him, man, because he don't look like one of those guys that naturally that would just believe some stuff like that, you know. Like, he still probably don't believe it. Like, he's probably skeptical, but he know what he's seeing. He seemed like a guy that's probably, you know, been somewhere and seen some things, you know, like as in some military type stuff, and, you know, wouldn't necessarily believe in it and call it nonsense. But since he's seen it with his own eyes, he, you know, he kind of starting to believe what, you know, what he's heard. You know, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, man, but just don't seem like he the type of guy to just come out and lie about something like that, because he looked really serious when he was telling the story.
Is anyone else like too aware? Like, I'm too aware that this is all temporary, this is all part of the human experience, and that nothing matters, and that everything is subconscious programming, and everything is made up. Like the days of the week, that's made up. Monday, someone decided this day is called Monday, this day is called Tuesday. It's all made up. Like, humans made everything up. Like money, it's just made up. It doesn't mean anything. Like, there are so many different things, like road signs, the street names. Like, somebody just decided this street is named that name. Like, it's so stupid. Like, it's really hard for me to live my life and just be a normal person, because I'm just too aware. I'm always seeing things from a background perspective. Like, I'm seeing everything. I'm seeing through the programming, seeing through the matrix. Does anyone else know what I'm saying, or am I just crazy? Please help me out.
Supposedly seen some type of UFO in camouflage over there in the sky, but unless you really paying attention, you know, probably could like brighten up your screen a little bit. You might be able to see it then.
All right, so it's crazy foggy right now, but that's not the weird part. Okay, like, number one, it's weird because as it gets later in the day, fog should lighten, dissipate, and it's really not. But the weirdest part is the taste and smell. It smells like after you set off a bunch of fireworks, and like the taste of the air is, I mean, the only word I can think of is toxic. It's super weird. And so I'm going for my walk, and it's kind of worrying me a little bit. Let me know if you guys are experiencing something like that. That's weird. Yeah, I mean, it smells not right. And I'm 41. I've been through fog. This is something different. Let me know if you guys are experiencing something like that.
Yeah, that's definitely weird.
China has hit the mother lode with the discovery of a massive gold reserve in South China's Hunan province. Chinese geologists identified more than 40 mineral veins located less than 2,000 meters underground with a worth of almost $83 billion. Scientists were using innovative technologies, including 3D geological mining, to look for precious metals. They estimate the total reserves in the area to be over 1,000 tons. Now, this comes as gold prices have soared recently and are set to reach record highs in the coming months. CGTN correspondent Sun Tenyuan brought us more details.
Now, Chinese geologists announced they have detected over 40 gold veins with a reserve of 300 tons of gold within a depth of 2,000 meters beneath the Wangu goldfield. Now, this site's gold reserve within a depth of 3,000 meters is further estimated to be over 1,000 tons. Now, that's worth about 600 billion yuan, or over $80 billion at current market prices. And Chinese geologists say it's a huge breakthrough, not only just for Hunan, but also for the whole country. Now, the Wangu goldfield is the largest gold deposit ever discovered in Hunan's history, and it's been 30 years since the gold deposit was first discovered. Now, even on a national scale, there are only about 5 gold mines of this site. Gold is considered as a hard currency globally and has always been a reliable stabilizer during times of political or economic uncertainty. It's a resource that nations can count on to navigate risks and challenges, whether they're financial, geopolitical, or industrial. So discovering more gold isn't just about adding to the reserves. It's about giving the country greater confidence and flexibility to face a wide range of uncertainties. And this massive discovery at DONCOOZIE goldfield is a big win for China for sure. And like I said, it means more gold to strengthen the country's financial systems, provide economic stability and security, especially in today's complex global environment.
How do you just run up on a $83 billion gold reserve? Man, you got to be kidding me, man.
Turn my tackle box up.
I could.
This
Well,
You don't remember?
look at all your trash, boy. I bring you in the boat, all you do is trash it up. What's up with that? Little buck tooth looking ass boy.
roast him a little bit.
Like a damn rabbit. Like a
Dude,
squirrel.
watch this.
Squirrel looking ass boy.
Watch the little boy.
What? Lips chapped as a baboon's ass. Ain't they?
Man.
It's quiet out here right now.
Let's go. He said, man, come on, man, let's go, man. You ain't finna sit out here and roast me this whole time. Tired of hearing that. Let's go. I don't want to hear no more. We done. Yeah, that's how you gotta do them sometimes. You gotta roast them, get them prepared for school, man, because kids are ruthless when they, you know, especially when they're young and they first start school.
So I just finished watching that new documentary. It's the new alien interview case closed documentary where you have to go to a specific website to watch it, and you do have to pay for it. I was kind of hesitant on paying for it because I was worried that it was going to be a bunch of bull crap and then I would have just wasted money, but it honestly wasn't. It was actually really exciting. And what made it super exciting for me is that it confirmed what my Aunt Linda told me. So I literally just posted the other day, my last post. I finally got up the guts to like come out and just tell everyone what my Aunt Linda told me, even though it doesn't correlate with what everyone else is saying. Because everyone keeps saying in that alien interview video, which is the only one that for entertainment purposes only, we're just trying to have fun here, TikTok. We're just schmoozing and talking. Please leave us alone and leave my TikToks alone. But I think that that's the only real one that's on the internet. And the reason is because it has that little monitor. And my Aunt Linda told me, she said that the little monitor was a telepathy monitor. But everyone has been saying, anywhere you look, they say that it's a vitals monitor, that was monitoring the aliens' vitals because their organs are different, which they are, by the way. But that's not what she told me. And in the video, he spent like 30 years researching this one video to try and debunk it. And he couldn't debunk it. And he ended up finding like a whole bunch of stuff out about it. But he found out that actually was a telepathy monitor.
I've got 3 PhD candidates. I've got Hewlett Packard telling me, I don't know. I call Space Labs. I get the research and development department for monitors. I said, I've got this monitor that I'm looking at. It allegedly has come from an underground government facility. May I send this to you? Because I can't find anyone that knows what this is. I cropped it again. I sent him the film. He said, call me in 10 minutes. I called him back in 10 minutes. He said, son, I have no idea what you're looking at. And he goes, and I worked on monitors for NASA in the Apollo program. I don't know what you're looking at. He said, you said this came from a government facility. I said, yes, this is what we were told. He said, I think what we're looking at is a one-of. I said, what is a one-of? He said, well, in science or in engineering or in any application, if you want to discover something, solve something, and there isn't any technology for that, you would develop your own technology, a one-off. I think that's what you're looking at, that the government specially made this for one purpose. I said, I have one last question. You have been doing this since the 60s, in a trade show, in some sort of conference room. Talk amongst your other physiological monitor buddies. Have you ever heard of a concept of this type of monitor where the blip goes up and down and not across? He goes, I have never even seen this on the drawing board, and I don't know why you would want that blip to go up and down.
I believe this is real. There's a lot of controversy about this on the internet. Is it real or not? And the reason I believe it's real, and I want to point that out, see that little green light flashing up and down? A light like that was flashing up and down on my desk when I was writing communion. And I don't think I ever told anyone about that. So what's it doing in that video if that's a fake? Why would they choose to do that? I think it's there because that being is using it as a communications device, and I think I was being communicated with while I was writing communion.
And basically what he figured out is that they created that specific monitor for communication with that ET. And then they also had, like, he has a whole list of everyone that was in the room. There was also like monks in the room.
But I researched this. They came from the Mount Equinox Monastery in Vermont. They were Carthusian monks. They took a vow of, poverty, but the government somehow recruited these empaths, so to speak, to communicate with beings. And this is not, when we start seeing that these list of men are bearing out that they're actual people in intelligence, and you see these monks, I mean, how crazy could the story be? And I don't mean to get this story onto the Da Vinci Code with a monk, but that report was from a DA report that the two people in that room were Carthusian monks from the Mount Equinox Monastery, as crazy as that sounds.
Because they were trying all different ways to communicate with this being, because it doesn't communicate like us. It's a different form of communication. And back then they weren't sure how to figure out how to use telepathy properly to get the correct message across. But either way, it just got me so giddy because my aunt was brilliant. She was absolutely brilliant. She had 27 PhDs. She was on 3 Nobel Prize winning research teams. She wouldn't tell me something like that unless there was a reason. And I couldn't figure out for the longest time why. What was the point of telling me that there was a telepathy monitor and telling me what it looked like? What was the point of all of the things in that room? Why would you tell me that one thing? And now it makes sense. It finally clicked because she knew that that was the only way that I would know what was real and what was fake. That was the only way, because they created it just for that. The telepathy monitor. And it's just so justifying to see it that someone that really took the time, and I can understand why he's charging people, because he tried to get this, he tried to have Netflix pick up his documentary and everyone rejected him. It is pretty difficult. I've had a lot of trouble trying to put that video out on TikTok also. I have to put a massive disclaimer before it. So hopefully they don't take this one down. But he couldn't get it out. So he has to make his money back somehow. And he also has to be able to make money to continue his research into this kind of stuff. But just the fact that I got that confirmation about that. And if you want to know, I would highly recommend, seriously, I cannot recommend enough that documentary. It is totally worth the $9 that you're going to spend for access to his website for, I think it's 10 months. You get access to everything that he has. So that's just my little tidbit for Thanksgiving. I am super excited because it made so many things make sense for me. That's when my aunt was. She was there throughout the 80s, the entire 80s. So she was there with that specific being. And that's just, I'm just so excited. This completely made my day. So definitely check it out. But that's all. I really wanted to share that with you. Okay, love you. Bye.
Chosen one.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. What do you think about that story there? Have you ever heard of it before this video today? And do you believe it? Me personally, I believe she could be telling the truth. Yeah, her end.
On trying to hide it. That's why they're talking about, hey, there's aliens in the ocean. In Jude, that refers to fallen angels who, like those in Sodom and Gomorrah, pursued unnatural sexual relationships. This union would undoubtedly fall under unnatural. It is likely these demons are the ones mentioned in Jude. The New International Version describes the offspring of this unnatural union as men of renown, heroes of old. That's what I was referring to. That's how they try to say it. Oh, men of renown, heroes of old. That's making it sound so, they're just such nice, wonderful, strong men. That's BS. The Nephilim were the same beings known as the heroes of ancient times. The name Nephilim and other biblical stories of giants like Goliath suggest that this was a powerful and significant race. And they were called Anakim, Rephaim, and Nephilim in the Bible. In the Bible, if you see anything that talks about the Anakim, those were giants. Rephaim, I didn't know this, is another word in the Bible that they talk about. That's another, I don't know if you consider it a tribe or a breed or whatever. Those are giants. And then the Nephilim. So, and the Anakim and Rephaim giants were after the flood. So they were there. The Nephilim were it says that Hebraic myths from the Book of Enoch and other non-biblical sources also mention Nephilim, so it's not, they're real. These texts describe them as giant race capable of great feats, but also of committing great evil. They likely resulted from combining demon DNA with human genes, which produced their strength and large size. Another thing that was really fascinating about this, they asked this question, why did the Nephilim exist? And they don't know for sure. It is possible that demons tried to destroy or pollute the bloodline that would eventually produce Yahusha in an attempt to thwart Elohim's plan to save humanity. So, Satan, demons, and all the fallen angels and the whole lot of all of them were trying to pollute the DNA pool and trying to destroy his plan. And it says, Messiah, in Genesis 3, chapter 3, verse 15 says, the Messiah will crush the head of the serpent. And the Nephilim may have been a significant cause of the flood in Noah's day. And let me tell you, that's where I'm that's where I'm finding out the serpent line, bloodline, which is the seed of Satan. And I forgot all about this scripture. When I read that, I went, oh my gosh, man. Messiah will crush the head of the serpent. The serpent bloodline. And they have used that serpent from all antiquity. Every religion has some kind of serpent worship. Everything is based on serpent worship. They all trace back. And I'm trying not to talk about the RH negative stuff because that's what I'm talking about, but it's all connected. I'm going through this and going, this is all connected. The RH negative and the bloodline, it's all connected. Because the head of the serpent, which is the serpent bloodline, did you know that almost all of them have RH negative blood? I was looking up their blood type. That's part of I'm going to do another RH negative thing. So many of them are RH negative. So I'm going, there is a connection. There's a huge connection. So I do have a lot more coming from for the RH negative stuff that you guys are just going to be going, you really? I'm just finding out things and I'm researching things that just, I can't believe it. You know, this RH negative thing, because the scientists literally are dumbfounded. They don't know what the heck's going on. They literally go, what the heck is going on? They can't find out where it's coming from. And they've said it's either the Nephilim bloodline or aliens came in and did some hybrid stuff. And that's what I'm finding. And I'm going through these old manuscripts and these old things that have been carved. They're old. They're manuscripts. This stuff is 400, 500 BC. I'm talking way old stuff. In his ark, which saved a remnant. Now there's this remnant. Now here's the thing that another thing that I'm confused about. They're trying to say, this is from the Book of Enoch. I mean, the Book of Giants. It used to be with the Book of Enoch. Okay? But it's not no more, but it's still part of it, but it's not in the Book of Enoch. So they said that Yahuwah is trying to save his remnant. Okay? He's saving his remnant, which was Noah and his family. But then they're saying that they do believe that the Nephilim continued on after, and somehow they're trying to decide whether it was from one of Noah's son's wives. So, here we go. It goes, the Bible says about the world before the flood, the Lord saw how great the wickedness of the human race had become on the earth, and that every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time. The Lord regretted that he had made human beings on the earth, and his heart was deeply troubled. So the Lord said, I will wipe from the face of the earth the human race I have created, and with them the animals, the birds, and the creatures that move along the ground, for I regret that I have made them. The Nephilim would have been killed in the flood, leaving only Noah's uncontaminated bloodline. However, Genesis 6:4 says, the Nephilim were on the earth in those days and also afterward. We must therefore assume that demons committed their sin again after the flood, although possibly to a lesser degree and perhaps localized in the area of Canaan. So they're trying to say if it wasn't in the bloodline of Noah's sons' wives or whatever, that family, because to me I'm more along the lines of believing that the demons came back and did it again, because I just can't see Yahuwah allowing that bloodline to continue in the ark. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to wipe it all out. I don't see him saying, yeah, I'm going to let you just get married to this chick over here that has that bloodline. You know? Because what's the point then of destroying all these people and destroying everything on earth, and then you're going to let him just come back again? That don't make no sense to me. He's too intelligent for that. So I'm thinking they came back and did it again. Book of Jubilees, that's it. That's another book I'm looking for. See, there's so many books. I'm going to go broke buying books. Okay, I've just ordered 2 more because I'm just going, I got to find this stuff out. No, if you're born in the serpent bloodline, you're not born evil. Now listen, I just read in here, it says that just because you were born, it's in this book, just because you were born from that bloodline does not mean you do not have forgiveness. That's the way our Father works. He's not going to hold you accountable, children being born because the parents were evil. And that's the way it should be. And I truly believe that. I never read this before, and people kept sending me messages and asking me that, and I'm telling you, he doesn't do that. That's not him. Because people kept asking me, what about, did you telling me if I got Nephilim blood and I'm going to hell? No, because he doesn't work. I know him. People, how do you know him? Because I know him. If you know, you know. If you love, I know him. He wouldn't do that. I feel it in my bones, okay? He doesn't work that way. If he worked that way, we all might as well just get on that sled and go straight to hell because we're all condemned. Because ain't none of us any better than anything. If he's going to condemn the children born from these, they didn't ask to be born, then we're all doomed. So we are not. One thing I always said to people, when people judge me and say evil things to me about because of this person or that person, I go, well, thank the Lord that we don't have to pay for somebody else. We don't go to hell because of what somebody else did. That we are responsible for ourselves. Otherwise, we're all going to hell. We might as well just give up and go balls to the wall and go live however we want because I know he's not like that. He's not going to do that. He loves children, and it's not their fault.
Well, green-eyed angel done it again, man. She brought us some valuable information. Let me know what you think about that clip down below in the comment section. And once again, y'all, it's been a good one. That's the end of the video. And like I always say, I'll catch you in the next video. It's your boy DONCOOZIE. I'm out. Holla.